What's going on, Jerome's? Happy Easter. It's a beautiful day for another 7-round Vikings mock draft. So the Vikings are in line for a future third and a fifth, or potentially third and a fourth with comp picks. And I want to use some of that capital to potentially make some moves. So we're going to keep that in the back of our mind. And also, I just want to stick and pick at 24. I know trading down is sexy and all that stuff, but all right, so Kenneth Grank goes to the Packers right before us. All right, so here at 24, Calvin Banks. Calvin Banks is a stud, man. And do just draft him to kick him inside. I mean, the Darisaw comps are certainly there. And Calvin Banks, I think, has a chance to be a true standout left tackle in this league, but also having him inside next to Darisaw, I mean, that's super tempting. It really is. Great size, great movement skill, good power as well. I would be so tempted. Loveland, Zabel. So people raise concerns. Well, can Banks kick inside? I mean, everyone's kicking Zabel inside, so I don't know. All right, so as we said, well, got a couple trade offers. Kami's at 29. It's gonna cost you. All right, so all that stuff I said about sticking and picking, maybe it's not it. Ooh. Here we go. So we're gonna use the future third, actually the future fourth. We'll see if that goes. For 29 and 61. So basically, we're trying to leverage a trade down 5 spots as well as a 4th round pick to get a 2nd round pick. Can we do that? Oh, baby. It probably costs a little bit more in actuality, but is what it is. All right, so now LB3 Loveland. I'm kind of glad that Banks is off the board because I probably would have just done it. All right, now I want to maneuver a little bit because I want Loveland. And I want Zabel. Or I want Donovan Jackson. All right, because Jackson's still on board, right? Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know why they list Jackson as a tackle, because even though he moonlit at left tackle for the Buckeyes last year, he's not going to be a tackle. So we are going to definitely maneuver a muscle for rank. Fuel burning fast on an empty tank. So 61. Do we get that 5th year option? Just move it with a 3rd. I like to move it. No. Right, how high can we get? 15% chance. All right, we're going to gamble. And I know this is foolish because we don't know if he's going to be on board. Actually, no. Let's. All right, so we're going to take Colston Loveland in this spot. And I think that Loveland has a higher ceiling than Tyler Warren. I think they're pretty damn close, but 6'4", 245, tough as nails, grew up in Idaho on a farm, was J.J. McCarthy's favorite targets in 2023 on that national title run. So I think that having him, he's a solid inline blocker, great movement skills, great hands, good after the catch. So Colston Loveland, you are a Viking. And now we are going to, all right, Harmon went. Zabel's off the board. All right, so now we're starting to get into the Donovan Jackson area. All right, so the Bears. I don't want to do business with the Bears. All right, so another Jackson went Landon Jackson. Tyleek, Caleb Johnson. All right, so Cowboys at 44 with your foe to foe. All right, so we're going to package that future third and 61 that we got from the commies of 444 and a suite of late round picks. Offer trade. One more time. Fine, we'll take 211. Amber is the color of the energy off the table. Fine. All right, fine. We'll reduce it to 1. All right, pause. All right, so Donovan Jack's still on board. Dolphins at 48. All right, let's make a deal. If it must be tonight, let's make a deal. All right, how about instead of all those picks, you give us 116 back. Offer trade, enhance. All right, 135. You guys drive a hard bargain. Chris Greer, come on. Are you absolutely bleeping me? There we go. All right, so we are back on the board. We are targeting Donovan Jackson. All right, so Jackson, 6'4", 320, great movement skills. Now, obviously, at Ohio State, they're going to run a lot of outside zone. And even though he didn't run the 40, agility-wise, speed-wise, he's perfectly fine. He's good at getting second level. He can pull on power and counter and stuff. And also, they did run a lot more gap last year, mainly because Will Howard, just a power running quarterback. It's kind of cool to see. But 19 pressures, 2 sacks allowed, played a ton of left tackle last year after Josh Simmons went out injury. Donovan Jackson, he is for real. So we got the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry going on, which is awesome to see. So Makuba normally would be the pick here, right? Gelati, man. Dorian Strong, hard to break. Jacob Parish, I think, is underrated in this spot as well. So it really is. All right, so do you want a super speedy inside-outside corner? Do we want Dorian Strong, who is strong, long physical corner on the outside? It's kind of a toss-up, right? I think that given the composition of the Vikings defensive back room right now, with Rodgers, with Nudie, with Blackman, I would like a true understudy to Murph, as well as someone who can man the slot if they want to keep Murph on the outside. So I'm going to go with Jacob Parish in this spot. So Parish, 5'10", 198, 76.9 PFF coverage grade last year, 13 passes broken up, 5 interceptions, inside-outside ability, 4.35 40. Jacob Parish, you're a Viking. Come on, man. All right, Mickens. I mean, I kind of like Mickens in this spot. I don't know. Tesla's there. I mean, Tesla would be fun, man. Billy Bowman, of course, is our guy, but we draft him all the time. And we're trying to differentiate and do some random things in these drafts. Kwesi Hunter would be great. Shuck, Jalen Reed, Brashard Smith. We always take Brashard Smith. All right, so actually, no, Pat Bryant. So we've talked about Pat Bryant before. It was in a Q&A of who could be this year's Puka Nacua, and I think it is Pat Bryant. So Pat Bryant is big, he's physical, he's tough as nails, and I also, he is so good at run blocking as well as blocking out on screens for other receivers. So I think that Pat Bryant just brings an edge to that receiving room. I like it a lot, man. So Pat Bryant, welcome on in. You're a Viking. I think he'll probably go a little bit higher than this, but there you go. Next. All right, so what do we do here? Do we go Etienne at running back? Do we go McLaughlin, arms of an angel? Jalen Reed is still on board. Ty Felton, longer beam, we've talked about a lot. Ingram Dawkins was a top 30 visit. Craig's underrated. Khalil Mullings, Jalen Lane, Quincy Riley. Do we double up on corners? I don't think that's the craziest thing in the world, especially since I actually think that Okudah potentially could be used as a safety. Right, Jared Harrison Hunt. Lots of ways to go here. So I sort of decide. Obviously, Ty Robinson would be the pick usual, but as we said, we're trying to change things up a little bit. So we're going to go Khalil Mullings. Why not? So Khalil Mullings, power running back from Michigan, 6'1", 236, converted linebacker, got power for days, a 948 and 12 touchdowns last year, 5.1 yards per carry. Also was a Vikings top 30 visit. So welcome on in. Khalil Mullings. Carrying the mail, carrying that rock. Love to see. All right, lastly. So as we said, we take Ty Robinson and Cam Jackson all the time, but trying to mix things up. Timmy Smith, Zeke, Horsley, Cross, Desmond Watson. I love that Watson is just on here now. Do we just take him? All 436 pounds? I don't know, man. Like, I know that Watson is like the cat's ass right now, but I don't know. I just don't see it. So, all right, so Nazir Stackhouse, who was a top 30 visit of the Vikings. Also, I think that Watson's ADP is so high because people just keep taking him. Yeah, I mean, could go Stackhouse in this spot. Could go. All right, so Ty Robinson is too much value. Screw it. Although Ty Robinson's probably going to be like a fourth rounder, maybe even third round. Who knows? I love the Watson's on the board now. cool to see. Anyways, all right. So the Vikings utilized some of that projected 2026 comp pick action. So the Vikings traded down with the Commies, as well as were able to get back a second-round pick, including that fourth-rounder. The Vikings projected for a third and a fifth or a third and a fourth next year. Colston Loveland, J.J. McCarthy's BFF, estate planning for after Hockenson, and Loveland, I think, is going to sync up nicely with in this offense. Donovan Jackson, he's a starting left guard. So no way around it. Jacob Parish, speed, inside, outside flexibility, good a man slot, be a Murph understudy. It's going to be good. Pat Bryant's fantastic. Pat Bryant is a little Des Bryant, is a little Puka Nacua, just a tough physical receiver on the outside. Speaking of tough and physical, Khalil Mullings, short yardage back, a running back 3, also a plus pass protector as well. Vikings top 30 visit, getting him. And then you got Ty Robinson, of course, just havoc. Just wreaking havoc all freaking day long. But that's it. That's it. 7-round Vikings mock draft, utilizing some of that projected 2026 comp pick draft capital. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.